Look who's here to start things off. A four-time Super Bowl champion. Let me stand up, sir. No, you sit.
Pleasure.
You sit. Joe Montana, good to see you here.
Thank you.
Good
Thanks
to
for
see
having me.
you. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding? Like, what is it? I mean, this is crazy.
Do you like our hotel?
Yeah, but I want to know how I collect on that reward back there.
Yeah, the reward wanted poster of me that's up there. I don't think it's large enough. The reward is $1 million.
Where do we?
I don't know, Joe.
How do I get that?
Well, listen, if you do collect that reward money, I hope it's the alive part. You know that you
Well,
get.
That'll be up to you.
No, well, listen, I've got
to go easy, or I got to drag you.
Well, I've got a Friday show to do here, and then I've got an 8.5-hour pregame show on NFL Network Sunday. So I have to be alive for that, Joe. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I guess we can. One of these guys probably can do it for you.
Chris Law and Chris Brockman at the Chris Command
Joe,
Center.
it's a huge honor. You were my boyhood football idol growing up.
Thank you. You guys can step in and take his place, right? If I turn him in.
Oh,
for
no
the
doubt.
reward?
No doubt. Oh, sure.
No worries.
Welcome to the Rich Eisen Show.
Yeah, I'm sure the radio affiliates would be all over that.
No worries.
They'd love it. A boyhood idol of yours is also playing in the game. I mean, Tom Brady is a guy who grew up emulating you. And we just got a video of him practicing from Wednesday. Today was his final media availability before all the questions that could be posed of him before Super Bowl 49 are over. And everyone noticed he's had a cold, and he was asked today, Joe, how he's feeling. There it is.
I think I've been through it plenty of times. I think it's the winter months, and like I said, it kind of ran through my house. So. I'm glad it happened early in the week, and I'm feeling a lot better. So it was good to run around yesterday, and I expect to be 100% on Sunday. So I'm ready to go.
There you go. We're latching on to anything right now. We're at that point of the week in the media where we're trying to figure out whether Super Bowl 49 is going to be about. Do you ever play under the weather in a Super Bowl? Were you ever?
Not in the Super Bowl, no.
No.
During the season, yeah, a bunch of times.
Sure.
Some of them weren't very pretty. But
right.
It's one of those things that it's you play outside, and the weather, especially where they come from in practice, it's up and down. You're in and out, cold to heat. It just happens naturally, and especially when you have a family. Look out.
Yeah, I know with those kids. Kids are human petri dishes.
Yeah,
as
exactly.
I said. They are. And he's got a supermodel wife apparently who's under the weather as well. So, what have your conversations with Brady been like? I'm sure he's come up to you.
I haven't spoken to Tom at all yet.
Ever?
No, it's been a long time.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Because
he's got his own life going. He's too busy right now between home and what he's trying to accomplish now.
No, I just figure though. Again, he grew up emulating you, Joe.
Yeah.
And and part of the fire that burns within him is the 49ers were one of the teams that passed up on him, and he wanted to follow in your footsteps. And now he could basically finally try. He's trying again for a third time to match your number of Super Bowl rings. Where do you think Brady ranks, I guess, in the pantheon of quarterbacking with you yourself on the Mount Rushmore?
Oh, are you kidding? He's got to be up there in the top. I mean, look what he's accomplished. How many times he's gotten to this game, and I don't think he's anywhere near done. That's the good thing for the people who enjoy watching him play. I think he's got a number of years left in him.
Yeah, because we're talking to him as a media about windows of opportunity and how much longer he has. You think he can make it back here?
Well, yeah. If you look at him, he doesn't physically. It's not been a strain on him. The rules are getting a little bit easier, so he's not taking as many hits. Mm-hmm. So you're able to play a little bit longer, and he gets rid of the ball quick. So he's not going to take many hits to begin with. So it just plays right into him being able to play. I mean, you don't see him. He's not going to run for 100 yards in a game, but he's not afraid to take off if he has to. But he does a good job of sliding and getting down after those 2-yard runs. So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He doesn't take the hits.
No, he's just not. It's really hard to get hits on him because he gets rid of the ball so quick. So
I'm here with Joe Montana, 4-time Super Bowl winning quarterback, Hall of Famer, 2-time NFL MVP, 3-time Super Bowl MVP, right here on the Rich Eisen Show. A lot of discussion, obviously, with the footballs and air in them and out of them about gamesmanship. And I've been reading articles that Bill Walsh would take part in some gamesmanship as well. Is that just if you call your memory banks, did anything Bill Walsh ever do would go right up to the line of the rule book, or try and pull any gamesmanship against?
Spark my memory, and I'll help you out.
I don't know. Is there any moment that you remember?
No, not that I know of. I mean, we always were within the rules.
Sure.
That were there and played, and some of the rules don't make sense, like that rule that we're talking about here
With the football.
With the football, but it's a rule, and unfortunately, not. They don't. I'm not sure why they care so much what the ball looks like, feels like.
Sure.
Other than to the people who have to. Usually, those rules are made by people who don't touch the ball. So
Pretty much.
yeah.
So what was Bill Walsh like in a Super Bowl week? What was he like, Joe?
He was pretty amazing because he stayed about the same. He had a dry sense of humor about things, and I was just talking earlier about two things that stick in my mind. We were on the way to our first Super Bowl. He always had this little thing that he would do, and that when things started getting a little tense, we were all stuck on a bus getting to the first Super Bowl because the vice president was landing. So they'd stopped, and we were all looking at our watches going, oh, we're supposed to be on the field in like 20, 30 minutes to warm up, and we're not even close. We're a mile from the stadium yet. And Bill stands up, and our equipment managers were Chico and Bronco at the time, and Bill stands up, guys, don't worry, I just called it the locker room, and the game started, but Chico scored and Bronco kicked the extra point, and we're up by 7. And another one, we came back in, and it's a long time after you get done warming up before you come back out on the field for the game.
Sure.
So we were playing the Dolphins, and Danny Marino just had a crazy year, and no one could stop him. And he's laying down on the floor with his head on an equipment bag.
Bill Walsh was?
Bill Walsh, laying with his hand behind his head, and he was just talking out loud. Yeah, that Dan Marino, he's something else. It's the best year anyone's ever had. Nobody can stop Dan Marino, and just things like that. And just to cut the air, because it was everybody was getting a little nervous about the game, and it was obviously getting back out on the field. And once the game kicks off, then it's all back to business.
Yeah, but in terms of being cool under pressure, the story goes, as you were about to lead the comeback against the Bengals in the third Super Bowl win you had, that you noticed John Candy in the stands, Joe Montana. Is that a true story, that you mentioned that in the huddle, or was that John Candy out there? Well,
I did, but I was actually doing it for Harris Barton. It was one of our offensive tackles. He was a people person. And every night, we were free for dinner. Yeah. Obviously, we had meetings and curfew after that. But he would come in the next morning and couldn't wait to tell you who he saw out last night, what celebrity. Mm-hmm. So while we were standing there through the timeout, they were long in the Super Bowl. Yeah. And right between two shoulders just happened to be John Candy. And I thought to myself, wow, I don't remember Harris saying he had seen John Candy. So I thought he would appreciate it. So I made it say, hey, there's John Candy. He looked over there and looked back at me, and he started mumbling fast. When in the Super Bowl, we're trying to win. What are you looking at? I mean, he appreciates it today more than he is back then.
But in all honesty, though, I mean, here you are in the biggest crucible that a quarterback could find himself in. Now, I know you've been through it before, but for you to just basically be out of the huddle, even for a split moment, that just have the wherewithal to notice that and bring it up.
Well, I think the thing I tried to always do was be myself. And I would, if we were at practice, I would do that. And so the game didn't. It's a game, right? Where I love to play the game, and everybody else, it was that kind of moment. But if I didn't do it, or as soon as people see you acting differently,
sure,
especially the guys that you're with, 24/7 for a long period of time, they know that if you're nervous and something else going. So I would just always try to. I'd make fun of anybody. We're losing, winning. If something happened that was funny, I'm gonna laugh, because that's just my nature.
Joe, I want to show a photo, and I'll explain it to the radio audience, but the TV audience will see. It's Tom Brady Instagramming out a photo of him wearing a Niners number 16 uniform back in the day. I mean, what do you think when you see that, Joe?
He's got girls around him already.
Pretty much. That's what you think. Fantastic. Yeah, there's Brady. I mean, he basically, and Aaron Rodgers too, by the way. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers from Northern California was growing up watching you.
I'm honored that they thought that of me, and it's fun to watch those guys play now, and hope he wins it. Hope he doesn't.
What do you think? I know. Hey,
Just-
listen, and what do you think Peyton Manning's going through? Last question for you. What do you think he's going through right now,
I think it's
Joe?
hard. I don't know whether he's trying to decide whether he's going to come back or not, but physically, the last thing you want to do is make a decision to come back and then get something happen to you physically that would impair you for the rest of your life on a crazy decision. And that was kind of where I was when I made the decision. I just had a concussion, I was 6th or 7th, I can't remember, but that one hurt my head. I mean, it was not like the normal, like the ones I'd had before. This was painful, and I just thought about my family and being able to grow up and be able to move around when the kids were growing up.
Sure.
And still, I'm not 100% from where I would have liked to have been with the kids, but I think that's a tough decision because when you quit this game, it's cold turkey. There's no 40 and over league you can go play in flag football game somewhere. It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So, but so I think it's tough decision, and I hope he makes the right one.
I got Joe Montana here. You're here with Papa John's, the official pizza of the National Football League. Papa John's helping fans up their game with the better ingredients of Papa John's pizza, and fans can join in the fun. UpYourDance2015.com.
Yeah, they can go to Super Bowl Central down there, and they're tasting the pizza for the Super Bowl, a new one coming out called the Bacon Cheeseburger Pizza.
Oh, my Lord.
And from today to this Monday,
Yeah.
if you spend $15 on a pizza in order, you get a large free one with up to 3 toppings.
Bacon
So,
cheeseburger pizza.
Bacon cheeseburger. Bacon's good on anything. Isn't it?
I never thought I'd be on the business end of that line from Joe Montana, but that just happened here. Good to see you, Joe.
You too.
Thank you.
My
That is
pleasure.
Joe Montana right here on The Rich Eisen Show.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.